guys, so for today's video I'm doing a chatty get ready with me, and I'm going to be doing it on this look, and it's on new makeup. And I don't have lots of new makeup, but I have a good amount, and I just wanted to do a get ready with me for you guys with new makeup, and I'm just going to talk to you guys, almost like a mini review for each of them. So yeah, if you want to know how to achieve this look, just keep watching. Simple illuminating primer kind of thing. This is new. So I've only used it like once before, but it's quite good. It's quite moisturizing and nice, and I bought it just because of the season right now. My skin's been super dry, which is super weird for me, and I'm just gonna spread that. For primer, I'm gonna go with this Rimmel Fix and Perfect primer, just because it's super moisturizing again. It's like almost like moisturizer like. So I'm just gonna dot some all over the face. It's such a nice consistency, I love it. Still using this, and this is like the longest lasting concealer ever, just because like I've had this for so long and it hasn't finished, and I've used it like pretty much every day that I wear my makeup, just because I want to finish it, but it's still going strong. So I just do the V, and I'm gonna blend it away. I go in with the Naked Basics, and I go with like Foxy, and I just set that under eye concealer with Foxy. And you might be like, why do you set your under eye with a eyeshadow? Well, eyeshadow is slightly more pigmented anyway, and it just does the job. So I do that, and I find that after you set your under eye, it lasts so much longer. So yeah. Going in with Collection Lasting Perfection, another one I'm trying to finish. This is super great though, but it is quite heavy and can be quite drying. So do put like as minimum amount, do put a light layer on. So I'm just covering all my imperfections, which is mainly the forehead and a few here. And I really only reach for this in the winter months, just because it's too light for me otherwise, so I'm trying to finish this. And I'm just buffing into the skin in round circular motions. Now to set my makeup just a tiny bit, I am using the Rimmel Clear Complexion. I'm kind of using all my everyday makeup really. And this is actually a new one because my other one I didn't even finish, but like it broke, so I'm like, great. And I'm only like doing a light layer of this just because I want a really like nice dewy makeup look. So I'm just literally like dusting it everywhere just to set it. I feel like powder really sets your makeup and helps it last longer, but obviously it gives a mattifying effect. So if you don't want that, just lightly dust it and it'll be fine. Brows, I'm going for my usual, which is Sleek Brow Kit, and I actually have a new brush that I'm using. This is one from This is one from Model's Own, and I love it. It's so good. It's slightly better than the Wilco one just because it's more stiff and you have like slightly more control. So using the gel and just filling in my eyebrows. I don't really have a specific technique for eyebrows. I just think the main rule is just to follow the natural shape of your eyebrows and just fill in the sparse areas. So now I'm moving on to my eyes, and I'm using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This is a sample I got with my Naked palette, and I've been trying out some of this, and I absolutely love it. And I'm just getting some out from the packaging, and I'm just gonna apply some here, some here. You really don't need much of this to go a long way. Shu Umemura, like a flat shader brush. I didn't buy it. I probably stole it from my mom. So I'm using the typical like eyeshadow look I go for, which is Walk of Shame in the lid. And yeah, this is such a nice lid color because it's so brightening. I absolutely love it. It's great. So that just all over the lid, and it's so like pigmented as well. I love it. And then I do have a few new brushes here, by the way. So just do that all over. And then go in with Naked 2, which is a gorgeous like crease shade, and just putting that into the outer corner and the crease. And this palette I love because it's just so easy. Buff it out. The results, if you wanted to know, I got pretty good grades. Not the best, but they are mocks, so they're not meant to be your best. Yeah, I'm not gonna say specific results because I feel kind of weird about that, but yeah, the grades, yeah, were relatively good. And yeah, so this is a new brush, and I actually did like a makeup exchange with my friend, so I have no idea where this is from, but it's just like a really cool kind of crease brush, and it's the first time I'm trying it. Putting Faint, and I'm just doing a tiny bit. Put way too much on the brush, but just building it up. On to eyeliner, which is a really new addition, which is Benefit. Their Real Push-Up Eyeliner, which I got for Christmas, and I've tried it like once or twice, and my review on it is that it's kind of hard to like use. I feel like, I don't know, it's not the easiest thing to use on earth, but I'm gonna try. So I'm gonna zoom you in. I think all you need with this eyeliner is literally just practice, and I find that this thing is quite fidgety, but like the outcome is actually super nice because it's so dark and nice, and I've tried it before and it's super long lasting. So yeah, that's great. My Boots eyelash curler as usual, and yeah. Love this. Really want to get a full size of this after I run out, but it's such a nice product, and it actually works, and it's super nice as like a daytime mascara as well. And the new product is this Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, which I got for Christmas as well. It's so good. Absolutely love that. So, and I've tried this mascara like a few times. This is not my first time trying it now, and I love it. It's like so voluminous but lengthy at the same time, and it definitely gives you some spattery lashes. So if you like perfectly individual, you won't like this because it does give you a bit of clump, but that's kind of good because it gives volume at the same time. So I'm gonna go in with contour, and this is Benefit Hula, which is what I use all the time, and I'm using a new brush, which is Real Techniques. This is their what is it called? I have no idea. Bold Metals contour brush, and I got this for Christmas as well. So yeah, and I'm just gonna dab a tiny bit, and I always dab the excess on my hand just because it really does overload the brush with too much product. So I just, you know, do the usual thing. I just do it light hand because you really don't want to be okay. So this is great. And then I go for the blending brush, which is like a slanted buffer thing. It's so good. And I just kind of buff it into my skin. I like to buff it at an angle so it still keeps the contour. So yeah, here we are. She's Bourgeois, and usually I don't go for this because it's not my favorite, but I've been really liking it recently. I'm gonna use the bronzer just because it's slightly more natural than any of my other bronzers, so I've been going for this just because I've been so fair as well. So I don't really need anything too dramatic, so I just literally just dust it, and you can see like a slight bronze coming through, but really nothing too dramatic. And I like to use this Real Techniques contour brush, and I usually don't go for this as well very often just because I think it's too small, but with this it's perfect just because it's not super pigmented, and this is quite dense for like a contouring brush, and usually if I use my other contouring products or like bronzy products, it just doesn't really work. So I use it for this and it works lovely. Really exciting product. It's a NARS blush, and this is, I didn't buy this actually, my sister sent me a parcel with some of her blushes that she didn't want, so I got 3, and I'll show the other 2 in some other video. But this is beautiful, and this is Deep Throat by NARS. It's just like a almost like a pink, a really gorgeous pink with a tiny bit of sheen. Using my usual blush brush, which is so gross, but I only tap like a tiny bit. And it just gives the most lovely glow to the face. It's so pretty. This is literally like amazing. I love it. I think I usually would go for this highlighter, but this is kind of really natural, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna use High Beam first because this is like a liquid. And I'm just gonna do like Kiko eyeshadow, which I've never tried before, but I'm gonna go for something really crazy. So this is Kiko eyeshadow in number 167, which is like a white shade, and it's gorgeous, but I'm gonna use it as a highlighter because it's so brilliant. But oh, wow, wow. But I think I'm gonna go for Motel just because it's what I've been wearing the most, honestly. And it's so creamy, like I love the formula so much. The formula of these are amazing.